All right, welcome back to Modern Day MMA. This is your host, Chris Meyer, and with me, as always, is my co host, Kael Meyer. This week, we're going to be recapping the Islam Makhachev versus Thiago Moises fight night from last Saturday night. I saw Islam win by fourth round submission. We'll talk about the return of Cupcake Misha Tate against Marion Renault. Jeremy Stevens had a quick fight against Matus Gamrot. What else do you want to talk about this fight card, Kael? Where do you want to pick up?
All right, let's see. Here's the thing. I watched this entire card, so I can talk about whatever fight you want to talk
That sounds made up.
about. Let's see
I was
here.
I was gonna start calling you fucking casual Kale just to
Casual Kale. Well, yeah, we could probably go back to that. It was just this one card. Um, Amanda Lemos, that was a pretty good knockout.
man
I
that
liked
chicken
that.
strike.
Yeah, she looked good.
It looked about
Not
four
bad.
weight classes bigger as well.
Yeah, she looked pretty big. Um, Yeah, kicked the shit out of neck tat. Uh, fucking, it was clean striking. It was good.
Yeah, her body kicks look vicious too.
Was it stopped a
Um,
tad bit early or not?
I mean maybe, but
Yeah,
I mean,
she was
was
pretty
it?
fucked up. But I just don't like. I don't think guys should rush in when they see somebody fall to the ground like that. I mean, she kind of like went a little stiff, kind of unconscious like, but she was getting right up. You know?
Yeah, because
I,
everyone said that she was falling forward and she fell on her face. Well, that's not what I saw. She kind of fell and like
yeah, she like
rolled.
yeah, she definitely like woke up last second. I think for a second she was gone, maybe because the legs were a little stiff. But yeah, I thought it could have been wait maybe let go for a little bit longer, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Wasn't
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
terrible stoppage.
No, but yeah, maybe a little early, maybe a little bit.
Um, Rodriguez, another KO.
D
Man,
Rod.
that dude bangs.
Yeah, man. He looked a little bit off too, I thought. But
Mhm.
he still he obviously hits hard.
Yeah, yeah,
Like really
clearly.
fucking hard.
Yeah, the Preston guy actually looked pretty good at the beginning of the round. I liked what he was doing.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean the fight was only like 2 minutes long.
mhm. Yeah, he started that. I think it was the jab. The jab was like rocking him every
Landing
time he threw it,
every
landing
single
clean.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
and
could
just
not miss with that jab. It was really nice.
every time that happens, I'm always like, I've always got that Ronda Rousey's coach voice in my head saying, "Head movement, head movement." Like every time when somebody's just standing straight on, getting punched in the face over and over,
Head
I'm just like,
movement.
head movement. Every time. It happened a few times this card that where the jab was just picking them apart. And yeah, I don't know. That was
Oh
definitely a
man.
fight though where I was saying that. And every Mike Perry fight for sure. Head movement. Yeah.
Man, did you see that video I sent you of Mike Perry?
Which one was that? I think I watched it.
It showed a comparison of two of his fights
Maybe
side
I
by
didn't
side.
actually.
And it was well, I sent it to you on WhatsApp, so check your WhatsApp messages, I think. Uh
Okay.
but it just shows like a side by side or a video, like a 10 or 20-second clip of him in a fight in one of his early fights,
Mhm.
and then him versus Tim the Dirty Bird Means in like one of his most recent fights.
Yeah.
And yeah, his head movement was just it is stopped,
Stopped.
just stopped completely, basically. Like his head movement was actually somewhat decent before. It was against Santiago Ponzinibbio, a fight that he lost, but he was, you know,
He did good in that fight, I
he
remember.
did good in that fight. And
Yeah.
yeah, his head movement was on point that night, and it was definitely not on point when he fought Tim Means.
Yeah. It's it's weird to see his progression. You know, like he's not old.
Because he
He
lost to
just
Daniel Rodriguez in his last fight.
yeah, yeah, he got fucked up.
Got fucked.
And now when Mike Perry fights, I want Mike Perry to grapple, which is weird. But I just think that's his best way of winning now is grappling, no longer on the feet like it used to be. It
Well, his
I don't know
striking
what
has
happened.
regressed. Well, like when you got
Severely. Not
fucking
just a little bit, severely.
when you got Coach Lattori holding mitts for you, I mean, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get fucking better.
Yeah. I was hopeful for this last fight though, just because he was working with I think the guys at King's MMA. I can't remember. But he had been but I just don't
He
think it
was
had been
training
long enough.
with shit. Who are those guys that Colby Covington's with now?
Oh, he's with them? I thought he
Yeah,
was with King's MMA. Maybe not.
MMA Masters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Apparently
Hopefully
those
they
guys
got
are pretty
Colby
good.
ready for that fight.
Watch Colby just come out fucking like he's been working with with Trevor Whitman the whole time or something like that. Just comes out crisp, fucking starches Snoozman in round one.
I bet they're both not gonna train any wrestling for this fight. You know,
I
like do you
hope
think
not.
maybe one of them's thinking like, oh, I'll mix in some takedowns? Like, nah. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be straight kickboxing again. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But I just think they're both so scared about gassing or just like maybe they think that their wrestling is just kind of gonna average out between the two of them. You know, I think Usman's stronger. He's got to be stronger.
I
But
think so, but I think Colby's pace might be able to be higher.
yeah, maybe.
Potentially.
Yeah, because I think Colby was putting on a better pace until he got rocked. And then he started to like show signs of kind of getting beat
Yeah.
down and getting tired.
I just rewatched that fight. Man, Colby had Kamaru in trouble in the fifth round. Like before he got
That was
dropped.
such a good fight.
That was
Such a
such a
good
good
fight.
fight. That fifth round, man, it came down to it.
Yeah,
Cause
I rewatched that a couple
and
months ago.
Colby won the first couple minutes of that fifth round, like pretty easily, I thought. He was starting to really take off and then Kamaru just landed one big shot, sat him down, and then broke his jaw. Or no, I think his jaw was already broken.
His jaw was broken in round 4, I think.
Four. Yeah. Because I just rewatched it in that
And
fifth
I
round,
mean,
man. Colby was on fire, and then Usman just
yeah,
fucking Usman just hits harder, and I think
yeah, he does.
he hits. He's gonna. I think he's much better than he was that night that he fought Colby.
Yeah, I think he's learning how to sit on his punches more. He's
Yeah,
learning how to get a little more power out of punches because
more confident.
he seems to have this power that he never used to have, or maybe that's just like getting more accurate, putting yourself in more dangerous positions. Like maybe he could have
Well,
always been doing that. He was just kind of, nervous and hesitant to really step on the gas pedal.
yeah. It's also
30% Usman.
repetitions, right?
Yeah.
You get more power the more fluid you become, the more confident you get in striking, and
Mhm. And he's on the
you know,
juice. That dude has to be on the juice.
yeah.
God, he's
Um,
fucking
you want to
jacked.
pull your mic a little closer, I think.
Okay.
Um, oh yeah, he's on the EPO.
Yeah, he's got to be on something. I mean, maybe
Maybe Colby.
not, but
I mean, who knows, right? I mean, Colby probably is too. Then, right? The guys are both fucking. I just don't get how Usman can just be so jacked, yet have that good of a tank.
I know it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And
No,
he's
because at least
yeah,
the other guys that have good gas tanks, like Tony Ferguson or Nate Diaz, right? Like you expect them to, because they're like
yeah, the way they're
they
built.
look like they look more like a marathon runner.
Yeah, there's a
But
couple of outliers,
well,
um,
yeah,
but
but
no, Usman's definitely the most. I think of like Alex Volkanovski. He's a guy that has power and also has cardio for days.
he doesn't
But
have ridiculous power.
no, not ridiculous. But he's a powerful little guy. You know,
Yeah.
he's not built like a Nate Tony
But you
kind of
also
thing.
expect the 145ers to have a tank, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's a lot less weight to move around.
yeah. Fuck. Anyways, where were we? How'd we get on Colby and Usman there? I'm excited for that
Uh,
fight.
I don't
It's
remember.
gonna be a good fight.
Mike Perry, we talked about or something.
Okay, so Gabriel Benitez. Oh yeah, that was a pretty late
Yeah, man.
knockout
I
there.
did not see Quarantillo or Quarantillo fucking coming in like that, man. He put some pressure on Benitez, and Benitez
Just
is tough.
fucking grinded on him. Just
Just
wouldn't let up.
grinded on him for like 12 minutes straight. It was vicious.
It's annoying. I was annoyed for Gabriel. I was like, fuck. My God, this would be so annoying to deal with. Like, and it just like it looked like Gabriel couldn't really get the like the tempo of Billy. It seems like he would just throw the wrong punches kind of at the wrong time,
He
and
couldn't
Billy
get
would
any
throw the
rhythm.
right punches. Yeah, no rhythm. He couldn't get it going.
Nothing.
And Billy was just kind of, it's like Billy was. I think he was just on that night, and Gabriel just couldn't really get the timing or the pacing of Billy down. But yeah, it was a fuck. He just grinded on him. It was a good fight for Billy. Billy.
Yeah, no. No, it was a great fight. I was surprised. Not like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just pissed me off because Billy ruined a few of my parlays, and I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I should bet on Cornteal because he looked good in his last fight. Well, not against Gavin Tucker, but his fight before that, he looked really good. And
Yeah.
but Benitez is fucking solid, and I thought he was going to be able to win this fight. He just couldn't get going though. Billy just had so much pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good fight. High pace. Rodolfo Vieira. That guy, isn't that the guy that got
Yeah, I bet against him
like
hard, and I ate my words on this
he
one.
learned a lot from that last fight, I
Oh yeah,
think.
he outstruck. I couldn't. I was very surprised with how well his striking looked too. Like, um,
Yeah, he was fucking him up.
he looked like a better striker than Dustin,
Mm-hmm.
and
His
he's
jab.
just
Yeah, that was another one
fucking
where his
Jack
jab was
City.
just fucking him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
he
jab
learned a
couldn't
lot.
miss.
He,
Yeah, I mean, once you once you realize you can strike with reckless abandon because you don't care if the strike goes to the ground, right?
yeah, those
Because
guys
he's
have
like,
such a huge advantage
uh huh.
when it comes to striking. Like Oliveira, he doesn't really fucking care if you try and take him down. He can just pop off on the feet all he wants. You know, Burns. I guess Burns was pretty cautious, but actually, no, wait, never mind. No, he fucked up Damian Maya.
That's how Habib was so effective too, right? He knew he's like, what are
Yeah,
you gonna do? Take me down, so I can just strike with reckless pressure against Justin Gaethje, and Gaethje's so worried about the takedown that he can't keep up with the striking.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah.
But
All
yeah, I
right.
mean, finally got him with the rear naked choke later in the round three
Yeah,
there. But yeah, Matus Gamrot ran through Jeremy Stevens in like a minute, basically.
yeah,
Got the submission, didn't take any punches, pretty much flawless victory.
hmm yeah. That's how you got to fight Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, no doubt. He's 19-1 now.
yeah, he's got a good record. I changed my bet last minute with my buddy. I was originally betting on Stevens, but then I looked at it and I forgot that it was at 55. I was like, I don't really like that. I'm gonna go with Gamrot.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that. But
Hey, Gamrot's legit, man. He was a KSW champ.
mhm.
The double champ, too. The lightweight and the featherweight.
Oh fuck. The
The
double
double
champ
champ
does
does
what
what
the
the
fuck
fuck
he
he wants.
wants. Yeah. It must be tough, like being a double champion of another organization and just being like, I'm still nowhere near the best in the world. You know? It's got to give you some bad confidence.
Yeah, but I think that he probably thinks he is, right?
Maybe.
Like,
Maybe, yeah.
these guys still think that they're the best in the world. Even, like, Connor probably still thinks he's the best in the world. I guarantee it,
Oh, fuck yeah.
right? And Poirier thinks he is, even though he got knocked out, like, 2 years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these guys are not knocked out, but he got beat by Habib, right? Like, these guys think, like, well, you know what? That was a year ago, and I've improved so much that I could just, I'm not that guy anymore. And maybe they're not, right? Like, you can go from unranked to world champion in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Or one
Guys do
year.
it.
Style bender. That was
Yeah.
about a year and a half.
But even guys like Poirier, right? Like Poirier literally lost, and now he's like going to be world champion, or he could be world champion, right?
Mm-hmm. He's lost many
Charles
times too.
Charles Oliveira's lost how many fucking fights in the UFC? Like 8, 9.
Yeah.
Now he's on a big giant win streak. Fighting is
Yeah.
pretty crazy. But I guarantee you, a guy like Matus Gamrot, he's 19-1. He was a double champion from another organization. I guarantee you, he thinks he's the best in the world right now.
Hmm.
He's probably like, I just haven't had the chance to prove it. I haven't fought Conor McGregor, but if I did, I would fucking beat him up. So, I mean, most of these guys have the confidence to probably think they're the best, even when it's clear that they're not, right? Like, you know,
It'd be so cool to just like play God for a day and just have all these fantasy matchups that you've always dreamed of watching.
yeah, if guys could just regenerate health immediately.
Yeah. It'd be so
Like,
sick.
if I could just it'd be like running a simulation on UFC 4,
Yeah.
but with the actual fights. Like, I definitely want to pick Kamaru Usman and Habib.
I think I'd like to fight Prime Kane versus um, John Jones. I'd like
Yeah,
that fight.
that's a good fight.
I just want to see the guys that are undefeated against like the toughest matchups possible.
Just
Like
to see if you can lose that O.
just to see, yeah, like Khabib versus Usman, that's a good one. Khabib versus Prime GSP, that'd be dope.
Khabib Usman's a tough one. And Usman GSP, Habib GSP. Just
Yeah.
because, like, basically they're both undefeated. I guess Usman lost one fight, but he's pretty much undefeated.
Yeah. I think GSP's striking is more dynamic than both of them. He was like a, kickboxer, karate guy, could do a bit of everything. Whereas, Usman, he's kind of just like a boxer. Doesn't really throw
Yeah.
a ton of kicks.
I think in
Doesn't really
another
mix
year or
it up
two he
that
might
much.
expand too, though, right? Because
Yeah.
Gaethje has, he might start throwing more leg kicks like Justin Gaethje does.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
mm,
he's still relatively new to fighting. Usman is, right? Not new, but you know what I mean. Like he hasn't been around that long.
yeah.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
remember when he was the Leon of the division, just nobody wanted to fight him. Couldn't get a fight. Now he's champ.
he still could be around for a while. Like I was thinking about that. How many how many more wins does he need before he passes Habib on the all-time GOAT list?
He's not far,
Right.
man. He's not
Like,
far.
is he already past him?
Nah, he's not past him. But a couple more and he will be. Um, but I love that he's staying busy, man. I love it when guys stay busy. I think it's the best thing you can do for your career. You just have such a short window to be at your peak performance,
To be good.
to be good, and like,
Because
time
his
beats
knees are already
everybody.
fucked.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? I would rather fight more often and retire earlier than just fight less often, but just, fight till I'm 44.
Yeah. Habib or Usman now has more title defenses and more fights in a row won than Habib does.
I'd be,
He's won
yeah,
14 fights in the UFC. So I mean, it ain't long before he passes Habib. I mean, Habib's window of domination was higher, I think, and the people he fought might have been, he fought the best of the best. Usman has two, but I just think the lightweight's a little more stacked.
yeah. I mean, we've talked about this. It's mainly just the allure of the domination of Khabib.
Yeah.
It's not really who he's beat or how many guys. It's just the way he beats guys is something you've never really seen before. You know,
Yeah.
so that's the only reason I think it's going to be a little bit longer. But two more fights, and
I think if
how do
he
you
wins
how do you
this
really
next fight,
deny him?
like if he beats Colby, I
He's got to
think
beat Leon. I think he's got to beat Leon. You know,
if he beats
that's
Colby
a,
and
that's a
Leon, that would literally be. But he already did beat Leon once.
nah, I know, but it's been a long time since that fight. I think
The only
like
problem is,
with the win streak that Leon's on, he has to fight Leon.
yeah, I'm looking at Kamaru's record right now, and there sure is a lot of decisions.
Oh yeah,
I mean, the last two have been pretty violent knockouts,
yeah,
but before that, it was a pretty big string of decisions.
yeah. It'll be known as like 30% Kamaru, or like later in his champion reign Kamaru. because he is starting to turn it up. I think he's putting himself more in risky positions. He's not fighting as careful as he was a little while ago. Like, remember when he fought Viking guy? Who the fuck was that?
Emil Meek.
Emil Meek. Yeah, just takedown after
That was the
takedown.
30% fight.
That was the 30%. And just boring. Like, there's nothing wrong with takedown after takedown, but do something with it. Do something.
Yeah. Keep that same energy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so funny. Like, thinks he's this badass post-fight interview, and then Dane's just like, "What the fuck was that? What are you talking about? 30%?" Like, just totally ripped him apart. Fuck, that's funny.
Man, I just watched the press conference between Woodley and
I
Usman.
couldn't watch it. Oh, Usman. Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna say Jake Paul.
No,
Fuck.
Woodley and Usman, and it was Askren was up there. Oh man, Askren clowned Usman so hard.
I don't even
Usman's just
remember.
like, listen, young man. He's like, I'm older than you. And then when he's like walking in the hallway in the backstage area, he just walks up to Askren, and Askren's like, "What's up?" Just chilling there in flip flops. He's like, "What?" He's like, "I offered to fight you." He's like, "What else do you want me to do?" He's like, "Should we introduce weapons?" He's like, "I already fight in a cage. Like, I'm not scared to do anything. I fight in a cage for a living, right?" Like, it's just so
Yeah.
funny how he downplays Usman being so serious.
Yeah.
But like Usman, what did I send you the other day? I was like, Usman reminds me of what did
Oh
I say?
yeah.
Fuck.
I can't
Everything
remember.
everything he just says is like some deep philosophical fucking
Yeah,
quote.
yeah. I can't remember, but it was funny.
Fuck. Oh, what did I say? Oh, that made me laugh.
All right, let's get this thing going here. What do you think of Marion Renault versus Misha
I mean,
Tate?
Cupcake looked good. She started off kind of slow and then just picked it up until she was able to get a late finish. Um,
Yeah,
she looked pretty good. But I mean, Marion Renault is
she's been out for a while. She
107,
did look
so
good.
does it really matter?
Yeah, but she's been active. That's why I was surprised. I was like, man, Misha just had her kid like a fucking year ago. You know, like, good for her. Honestly, good for her. I thought she was gonna get beat. I thought Marion was gonna beat her, and that's why I lost $10. I'm pissed, but yeah, good for her. Don't feed her to Amanda yet, but you can give her a high ranked opponent for sure.
Well, I mean, she's not going to beat Amanda Nunes, but I mean, honestly, Amanda Nunes is getting older. She's not going to be around much longer. I
No,
mean, eventually she's going to get caught and knocked out, or she's going to retire soon enough before that happens. But
she's someone that I want to see retire on top because she's done it all, literally everything. You know what I mean? Like, Khabib had so much more to do, I think, and could have done so much more. Whereas Amanda's literally, I can't think of anybody that she has to beat at all. There's nobody. She just smashes. She smashed everybody. So, and now she's fighting number 5 because she's beat everybody else. She'll probably fight Irene next
Irene,
after she fights Irene Aldana. I think I heard somebody call her Irene one time.
Irene, I've heard
Irene?
that too. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I've definitely heard somebody say the name Irene. Irene Aldana.
Hmm.
Whatever.
Well, all right.
So, Islam.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, give him someone ranked.
Yeah, Thiago did good though. For the
Like, I
first
want
little
him to
bit, I
fight.
thought he was
I
doing
want him
good.
to fight Beneil Dariush
Yeah,
or
you got to give
Gaethje.
him a top 5 guy now.
Give him Gaethje. Gaethje wants to sit out. Here's Islam.
Hmm.
Just he's like been out for years because he fought Habib, and then they just give him Islam.
I'd rather see. Well, like, Islam wants
Apparently,
to fight
like
Tony, and I'm like,
apparently he
man,
was
don't
really
give
fucked.
Tony Islam.
No, that's stupid. I don't like that. Tony's fought
I don't
enough
like that.
grapplers.
Yeah, don't
Give
give
him
him
Dan
that.
Hooker.
Well, so that yeah, Dan Hooker commented. He's like, well, this guy's claiming everybody's scared of him. It's like, I'll fucking fight that guy. You know, Dan Hooker said that. Um, but I think you should give Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's a really good wrestler. I like that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler versus Islam. That's a good fight.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a
Islam looked
tough
really good.
test for
He's got
Islam.
good hands. And he's
He
fucking
does.
big, man.
Yeah.
He's so big.
Oh yeah, those Russians are just built differently, man. Just built differently. You can just tell, like they just overpower guys when they're grappling. You know, just and not. I shouldn't say that, but like tons of technique. Like you just see like because Thiago is actually really good on the ground, and he was doing a lot of things well to avoid what was happening, but he just overwhelmed. And I think Islam is a fair bit size bigger than Thiago. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Thiago did a better job than Dober for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
but yeah, no, it's time for Islam to get a
Did
real
Dober
test.
get finished? He did.
Did he? Yeah, I think he might have.
I feel like he
Yeah,
did.
I think he got finished. I think he got
Arm
choked.
triangle?
Yeah, it was an arm triangle, which was
Yeah.
weird because I don't think it was like a full arm triangle. I'm pretty sure it was like a. I just watched that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, arm
Either
triangle.
way, it's time for Islam to get a real test here. Not saying that Thiago wasn't, but he needs a top five guy. He's been
Yeah, but I mean, he needs a top 5 now, like especially now. How many fights has he won in a row? 8?
it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Islam will not reach the stardom that Khabib had. He's different, you know. Like when Khabib fought, it was something special. When Islam fights, he doesn't have this. Some guys just you think that because he trains with Khabib every day and they have the
Habib
exact
fucking smashes people.
yeah he smashes people. Islam doesn't do that.
Islam landed 42 strikes.
Yeah, he doesn't do a
Like
lot of
nothing wrong
ground
with
and
that,
pound.
but Habib would constantly fucking smash you, looking to finish you and make you quit.
Yeah,
Islam
yeah,
doesn't do that. He
and
beats you.
and what else is it's just weird that he doesn't do it more because Khabib's ground and pound would open up the submissions.
Hmm.
Islam just kind of goes for the submission right away. And I'm like, man, like
I think it's hard to
smash.
I think it's hard to smash for 3 rounds.
Yeah, no, true, but he just like he's what's the worst is that he says smash. Oh, I'm gonna smash these guys. It's like, dude, A, don't say that. That's Khabib's thing. But B, you don't actually smash people yet. Maybe you're that'll come later on in your career because you know that progressively is how Khabib's career went as well. He didn't do as much smashing at the beginning, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
know, it's annoying.
yeah. But I think he's just like, ah, fuck it, I smash these guys. I mean, he does
He
smash them,
does,
right?
yeah,
Like,
he does.
but
Just
it's not,
Khabib smash was
it's
different.
not smash,
Yeah, it's not smish. It's
you
just
know,
smash.
smash.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're talking about the Khabib or Habib, right? Like there's not going to be another one like him.
I want Islam to be more like Khabib.
Ah, fuck it.
Fuck
I
it.
don't give a fuck about Islam. He's got no rivals. Till you have a rival or someone to like, yeah.
I just want someone to push him in a fight, you know? Like,
I don't think I've ever heard him speak English.
yeah.
How am I supposed to fucking become involved in you as a fighter if you don't speak Rinzi English?
Yeah. Yeah. Khabib, he was smart. You know, he did everything right. Did everything right. And I mean, Islam, I think because he's so tied close to Khabib, you know, he'll become a star, but it won't be like Khabib.
Well, no, but I mean, no one's going to be fucking Connor level either.
Yeah. But I mean, they look the same. They got the same beard. You just think that, yeah. I
That
guess
people are just going to think it's him.
I just want
I
Khabib
mean,
back.
Islam has
Is
3
really
million
what's happening.
followers on Instagram, so he's obviously a star.
Fuck. Really? 3
Yeah,
million?
I know,
Holy
man.
shit. That's wild. That's wild.
That is fucking wild.
Yeah. 2 million are Russian bots. Fuck whatever.
Still, Habib's got 30 million.
Holy fuck. Wait, how much does Connor have?
He's got to have like 40,
He better
41.
have more. 41? Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Because remember when, like,
How much does Floyd Mayweather have?
I don't know,
That guy's a
but
fucking
I remember when Connor was fighting Habib, it wasn't even close.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dustin's got to be a pretty big fucking. He's got to have a big following now too. Because I remember when we were one time we were talking about who was a bigger star, Dustin or Tony, and Tony had quite a bit more followers than
Tony,
Dustin did.
Tony's like got a cult following.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a weird kind of following.
Yeah, he's got the boogie crew. Like,
Yeah, whenever you look at a YouTube video, they always bring it back to even if Tony's not in the video, it'll be like this is how Tony does this or
Tony the type of guy.
Tony's the type of guy. Or, there's
Yeah,
so
man.
many good ones. I should screenshot them more often. They're always so fucking good.
Yeah, send them to me. I love that kind of shit.
Oh
I
yeah.
always I get a lot of fucking memes and shit from the MMA subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always on there, lurking.
Fuck, Macy Barber's fighting next card. Look at
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Jordan Williams.
I
Mickey
guess we should
Gall.
talk about that a little bit, hey?
Well, I mean, the main event. Fuck, that's a sick fight.
You got some Miranda Maverick versus Macy Baba. I think Maverick's gonna win that one. Barber's a bust.
Barber's a bust. How dare you?
Just because you're in love.
No, she annoys the
Chris
fuck out of
Dawkins versus Shamil Abdurakhimov.
me.
Fuck, that was a mouthful.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah, go ahead, try it.
No, Abdurakhimov. Ah, fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some good fights for sure.
Yeah, who else we got here?
Ian Heinisch is fighting. Brennan Allen.
Ian Heinisch versus Nasruddin Imavov.
Daring the damage. That's
Man.
good. I like this Kyler Phillips guy. I think he's going to be up and coming phenom here. He's good.
A phenom.
Phenom.
Yeah, he did beat Yadong pretty good.
Yeah, fucked him up. Yadong.
Yadong was swole.
All right. We're all here for the main event, though. Who you got?
Aspen Ladd, obviously, by screaming TKO.
What?
Aspen Ladd. She TKOs women by screaming so loudly that the ref thinks that they're losing, and so they stop the fight.
When did that happen?
She's done it several times.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's weird.
It's I'm obviously talking about TJ versus Cory. I don't give a fuck about that fight.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good. I mean, obviously I'll watch it because it's the co-main event, but would I prefer Kyler Phillips to be in the co-main event? Yes. Yes, I would.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a tough fight to call, obviously. TJ Dillashaw is coming back from a long layoff. He's had a couple years off, 2.5 years basically since his last fight, I would assume. Meanwhile, since his loss to Aljamain Sterling, Cory Sandhagen has looked unstoppable. So
yeah, but nobody's grappled him. Nobody's grappled him.
No, but
Frankie tried and he got a knee to the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's easier said than done. Just be like, oh, grapple him, you know. I think that Cory Sandhagen called for this for a reason. He's sparred TJ before. He knows he can win this fight, and I think he's going to do it in dominant fashion. I'm going to take
what?
Take Sandhagen.
Dominant fashion?
Yeah.
How dare you?
I think he's going to knock TJ out.
Yeah, but if he knocks TJ out, what is TJ going to say? TJ has to have an excuse. You know, and that's that's why I find myself
sorry.
Always...
They've been testing for EPO. I couldn't take my favorite supplements.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, I got knocked out in training by a sucker punch or something."
Yeah,
like people don't sucker punch in training unless you're the guy that's doing it.
Chris Holdsworth gave me a concussion in warm up.
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a piece of shit, man. I think TJ is a garbage human. I think if
Oh
you were
no,
to, oh yeah,
he's a good guy. Love him.
I just,
Give
I
him the
think
shirt
he's
off my
a,
back.
like, did he ever apologize to Henry for taking steroids for their fight?
I don't
I
think
feel
so.
like that would be the first thing you should do. It's like you competed against this guy and you cheated. Like he said sorry to everybody but Henry. And it's because of the way that Henry beat him. That is why. I don't know. I
Did he
didn't like
apologize
that.
to Cody Garbrandt?
Well, he didn't. Well, according to TJ, he didn't cheat in that fight. But didn't
I
they
don't know.
test all of his samples again?
Yeah, I
Isn't
think
there?
they did actually.
Yeah. So listen, I kind of actually believe that it was a one-time thing.
I mean, it
I
makes
might be
sense.
stupid. I might be stupid,
But
but
also got knocked out in 30 seconds by Cejudo. So
yeah, yeah, no, it doesn't change a thing. But let's face it. I mean, he should not have been at that weight. Should not have been there.
so he got
Dangerous.
30 seconds of cage time in January of 2019. Before that, he fought August of 2018. So really, this is coming up on 3 years since he's fought. Really, because
Yeah,
I mean that 30 seconds, he didn't get any experience in that 30 seconds from Cejudo. I don't think so.
yeah. But TJ's the kind of guy.
You think he's
He's
going to
so
show any
professional and
ring
he's
rust?
so competitive that I just don't think ring rust is going to be
Yeah,
a factor in this
especially
fight. I
because
think TJ is going to
you
have
know
done
that
this
he
the right way.
spars like he just fights. So he's basically just been fighting.
Yeah, yeah. He's probably been fighting this whole time. Yeah, waiting to get those good shots in after the bell. But
Yeah, man. I just watched
he's
a
been doing it.
compilation of him. Fuck, he's a dirty bastard.
Oh, he's
Just
a
smashing
dirty bad. He's
his
such a piece
training
of shit.
partners and stuff. I'm like, bruh, like they're on your team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's disgusting. I couldn't imagine doing that to somebody that you train with. Couldn't imagine. I feel like how do you not get kicked out of gyms and shit? Like, I don't think my coach would ever. I mean, I guess if he's the money horse or whatever, um, can't really be pushing him out of the gyms. But like, fuck, so brutal.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we don't even see, we didn't even get to see a lot of the things he's probably done on tape. You know, those are just the few things that
Yeah,
we've been able to successfully get on tape. There's probably been way more.
yeah. Well, the Chris
Uh,
Holdsworth one is bad, man. Where you need him in the head after practice.
was that on
I
tape?
don't think it
Because
was
I've
on
never
tape,
seen that
no.
one.
But I mean, Holdsworth
Yeah,
never
I've
never
heard of
fought
it.
again, right? He had concussion symptoms, and he
Yeah,
was undefeated. He was like 6-0 in the UFC.
yeah, it's pretty
Just
fucked
never
up.
got to
You
fight
ended
again.
that guy's career.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
TJ just didn't care.
How are you not more mad? Like, I'm sure he's been through it and he's
Well, I'm
over it
sure he's
now. But
accepted it eventually. I bet you he was mad before. Or
yeah,
maybe you just don't think
that's
it's,
so
you
crazy.
wake up one day and all of a sudden it's been 3 years since you fought, and you're like, oh, well, I guess maybe this is it, right? Like, you probably
Yeah,
didn't realize it right away.
yeah. So part of me thinks that, man, I think TJ poses a real threat to Corey. I think TJ's just crafty. He's just crafty, and I think he's going to go back to some of the wrestling, the background that got him to the UFC. And because every time I see training of TJ lately, it's wrestling and jiu-jitsu. You know, I think TJ is going to give him some problems. I don't know if it's going to be. I mean, you know what's funny though is like when you think it's so hard to get a hold of Corey. He's got such good lateral movement, just movement in general, footwork. I think he's a hard guy to get your hands on. But I think if TJ does get his hands on him, I think he'll be able to put in some good work on the ground
Do you
and get
think
him
he
to the
can
ground.
just do whatever he wants down there, though?
No, not do
Like
whatever he
Aljamain?
wants. But I just think, you know, no, not like Aljamain, and partly because Corey's probably worked on that a lot.
Hmm.
But I still think TJ is going to be able to do some work if he gets a hold of him. I'm not saying finish him. I just think he's going to give him some problems. He might get Corey a little tired in the later rounds. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be like a first round KO for Sandhagen. You know,
Yeah,
how
probably
old is
not.
TJ actually? Fuck, it might be old first round KO. TJ's 35 now, isn't he?
Somewhere 36, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty old for those weight classes, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Fuck.
it is.
So you're going Corey first round KO or just KO?
Not first round, no. I
Oh, I'm
think
so
he's
excited for this fight, though, man. I love
I think
watching
he's gonna
TJ lose.
catch I think he's gonna catch Dillashaw
Yeah,
with a kick.
yeah, yeah. Because
What
Dillashaw
are
has
the
that really high guard where he protects
but
himself
he
well against
shifts.
punches.
But he shifts.
Yeah,
You know what? I don't know if he's gonna finish him actually. I think that might be just I think I might be jumping the gun on this fight a little bit. I don't know if he's going to finish him. I think Sandhagen's going to have a lot of answers for him, though. And I'll take him to finish by TKO round 4. But I don't know, man. I think that Corey's range management and his pace are going to be good. And
hmm
I just don't like Dillashaw being 30 something.
you know
He's
Dillashaw's
35.
never really had the best chin either. It's never been like bad, but he has been
No,
rocked a lot in his career.
yes. But
Man,
also, TJ has won 4 in a row and then lost one for his whole UFC career, and he lost his last one. So he's due for 4 wins in a row.
at 35,
I don't know. Sandhagen's going to roll, knockout, round 4. Pay me.
round 4 KO. I think it'll be early if he KOs him. I don't think it'll be later. TJ's got such good conditioning.
He does,
Huh.
yeah.
Huh. Now I'm starting to think like maybe Sandhagen is going to knock him out.
I think Sandhagen's going to fuck him up.
Oh, there's just so many unknowns for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of forget how good TJ was.
Yeah, but also he's 35 and he's had 3 years off.
Well, yeah, but he fixed both of his shoulders. He's
Mm-hmm.
rested. You know, I think maybe I mean it's the wrong time in your career to be doing it, obviously, when he was forced to, but it's I don't think it's ever really a terrible thing other than the fact that you are getting older. You know, I think
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's tough to say. I'm gonna go with Sandhagen round 1 KO. I think he's gonna catch him.
Oh, so now you think he's going to catch him round
Yeah,
1. You
yeah,
can't,
yeah. I did
fuck
the
you.
old switcheroo there.
You can't just listen to my breakdown, then switch your pick.
No, I broke it down and then I realized, wait, he's 35. I don't like all this shit. Yeah, I'm going round 1 KO for Sandhagen. And you know why? Because I also love to see TJ lose. I want to see him cry in that octagon after the fight. And I want it to be clean. I don't want there to be any excuses. I want TJ to say, I lost. I would love for that to happen. So that's what I'm hoping for.
All right. Well, just fucking just jumping on my whole platform here. All right. Okay, well that's episode 94, I think, in the bag. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. You got anything else you want to add before we shut it down for the week, Kale?
No, that's it. Give the YouTube a quick peek. We're streaming on YouTube now, so
Yeah,
check
check
that
us out
out.
on YouTube. You can get at us on Twitter as well, Modern Day MMA. I
We have a
upload
Twitter.
the stuff on there as well. And then, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a 5-star review and rating on your podcast platform. We'd appreciate it. And we'll see you in 7 days.